What's good? I hope everyone is doing well. Let's talk a little bit about Battlefield 6. The game has been out for around 5 days now, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I think we can definitely say Battlefield is back, but there's a huge asterisk in there because, to be completely honest, it really feels like Battlefield 6 is an unfinished game. I'm not just saying that, I'm gonna show some clips later, but there are some major issues. Let's just quickly run through them and let me know down in the comments how you feel about these things or what type of things you experienced. So I think there are two main things that need to be fixed in order for the game to feel stable. Now the first one is obviously netcode, because I get shot through vols. Time to death is insanely low. Most of the time I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty. And the second thing is audio. I know games tend to mess up audio every single time. Legit, I cannot name a game I've played in the last 5 years that nailed audio. I understand why they released the game this early, but at the same time, I hope they can fix these issues soon. The game is definitely ready in terms of the average player probably would not care about these things most of the time, but I'm unfortunately hella competitive when it comes to games because I'm a dumbass, so I need my audio. Yeah, basically, there are a lot of times where I just don't hear my own gun shooting or I don't hear someone else shooting. There have been plenty of times where I didn't hear someone come up on me from behind, from the side. Sometimes there's no sound for the rappel, which you use to get up on rooftops and whatnot. It is really frustrating because it ruins the experience, but overall I'd say it's a fun game. My third issue is that the animations feel laggy. I find myself waiting for animations to finish when I'm in a gunfight, and that is pretty annoying. For example, the reload animations are pretty clunky, because every time you're trying to aim down sight after a reload, sometimes it just snaps into place without skipping a frame, you know, just once your gun is here reloading and then it kind of teleports in the middle. Sometimes it takes ages, it's too slow. There are some obvious glitches, you know. Sometimes if you try to climb the assault ladder while you're reloading, your gun disappears. And it only appears again if you switch to a different gun or gadget and then you switch back. I know it's an easy fix, but it's still annoying as hell. The assault ladder as well, if it's in the ladder mode, so you have to climb it, you cannot just run on it. Sometimes it just sends you flying. You can't just throw the mines out, you know, you have to be able to put them on a surface to be able to throw it, which was pretty weird in my opinion. They don't stick to cars or anything like that, so you can't do the old Jeep trick, which you used to do with C4s. You used to be able to do that with mines as well, but now you can't. For some reason, I hope they fix that. Crouching behind cover or just trying to shoot somebody when you are in cover is really tricky because the game doesn't tell you if your weapon is lower than the actual obstacle you're firing from. So most of the time when I'm trying to snipe at someone from a really narrow hole, the bullet is usually blocked by the cover I'm using. I remember back in the day, a lot of games just highlighted that with a red cross that, you know, you can't fire from here or it's gonna be blocked. But in this game, it's not a thing yet, but I guess that's an easy fix. I think they really nailed the vehicle combat. That feels absolutely amazing. I think that's one of the best vehicle combats in Battlefield's history. I feel like the jets and the helicopters are insanely well balanced because, you know, they act more real now. So if you shoot them, they will be unresponsive for a couple of seconds, and if they get too low, you can't pull them up. Also with tanks as well, they get immobilized when you hit a mine, and then there have to be a couple of seconds after you can recover. So I think that's pretty good. Overall, the weapons are well balanced, I would say, but the clunky and slow animations are throwing me off big time. Also, I don't know if it's only my system. I have a 7800X 3D and a 4090, but for some reason, sometimes I feel like my input lag is through the roof. So, for example, sometimes it feels normal, it feels snappy, it feels fine, but other times it just feels like my shotgun shot is like half a second later. I don't know why that is. It could be because of, you know, server overload or something like that, I don't know, but it's definitely weird sometimes. Overall, the game is pretty fun. I hope they iron out these issues because this this could potentially be one of the best Battlefields. Shout out Battlefield Studios, shout out David Sirlin, and make sure to head over David Sirlin's Twitter because he specifically asked everyone to provide feedback and constructive criticism on the game. So now's your chance to speak up. I'm gonna be posting Battlefield 6 gameplay regularly, so if that's something you're looking for, a sub and a like to this video would be much appreciated. Peace out.